Now the news. Key players in the agricultural sector say over 90% of Nigerian farmers are unaware of the chemicals used on crops and their implications. This is according to an expert and keynote speaker at an agroecology and food system summit in Akwa Ibom State. TVC News Miriam Daniels reports and will return with business news.
The stakeholders note that smallholder farmers are the backbone of Nigeria's agricultural food chain. They appeal for funding to support these set of farmers in transitioning to organic farming practices and ensuring food security. One of the resource persons explains that inorganic farming poses serious ecosystem threats due to high chemical use. He emphasizes agroecology's potential to address Nigeria's agricultural challenges.
Nigeria still is made up of small-scale farmers, and most of them are illiterates. If you remember my presentation, I said one of the recommendations is that we must cascade this information we have down to them in very simple pictorial formats.
Blessing Ifemiwam calls for youth inclusion in agriculture for improved livelihood.
So the whole issue facing young people is actually a lot in Nigeria. So that is the context and our background that made us so, how do we, have a project that we can try to meet the needs of young people.
Also speaking, the director, Clement Isong Foundation, Elkanah Oluyori, encourages farmers to adopt sustainable practices for optimal land use and to boost exports.
The solution, among many other things, is the fact that we have to increase advocacy. We have to increase the awareness and information. There are a lot of debates around genetically modified food and crops.
Agroecology is actually an initiative that promotes sustainable agriculture.
How did our parents manage the soils such that there was food security? And I'm finding out every day, and most especially today, that the earth as a resource that we are using is borrowed, not from our ancestors, as I thought before I came from the meeting, but from our children.
Okay, after the training, I think I've applied the herbicides, which was actually made from neem leaves and neem seeds.
It's expected that with agroecology, the current harmful farm practices can be reversed to prevent soil degradation, climate change hazards, and marine ecosystem damage. Miriam Daniels, TVC News, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State.